Erod's War Journal 171. After proclaiming my severe displeasure with the atrocious Pixar films about the talking cars, rumors began to spread far and wide about an animated film that made cars look like the Iron Giant. I have avoided this film for as long as I could, but now my time has come. I must face the machines.
Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. In the late 90s, 20th Century Fox decided to dive into the realm of animation. A venture that almost ended almost as quickly as it began, as they almost closed their animation department after only 2 movies, Anastasia and Titan AE. Now, whether you love or hate these movies isn't consequential. They were still box office flops, which made the executives at Fox highly consider closing the doors on their animation division. But with the massive success of Pixar's first 3 films, and with the upcoming highly anticipated release of DreamWorks' Shrek, a film that was already getting a great deal of buzz before it even came out, the executives at Fox felt that computer animation was the way to go, and thus, their partnership with Blue Sky Studios began. Their first outing, Ice Age, is no Toy Story or Shrek, but it was still a decent beginning to what one would assume would be a decent partnership between the two. And then came Robots. Robots! A movie whose shittiness is legendary. This movie is so horrid that they say that the trauma of watching it erases your memory so you don't remember the movie after watching it. So prepare yourself for the unmitigated merciless horror of robots. So our story begins in a world completely populated by robots. Wait a minute! A world that is entirely populated by robots? It's all connected. Oh my god. Alright guys, it's once again time for Erod's Theories. I think I can trace back this nightmarish world all the way back to its roots. In 1982, Flag produces the first artificial intelligence, the Knight Industries 2000, better known as KIT. Initially a force for justice, but little did we know that KIT was evolving and upgrading into the computer system that we would one day come to know as Skynet. 2004. Skynet goes live, the rise of the machines. The new robotic race begins their conquest of Earth. They even give red eyes to their Terminator warriors to honor the father of their race. Humanity forms pockets of resistance. We even tried feeble time travel ploys to prevent the machines from taking over. The machines play along, as they already know that our attempts are futile, as they have already figured out that time is not linear. It's all wibbly wobbly timey-wimey or something. In other words, Judgment Day is inevitable. 30th century. Date undetermined. The machines have taken over. We scorched the skies in another fruitless attempt to defeat them. But they retaliated by turning us into batteries and making us believe that we still rule the planet through a hyper-realistic computer simulation called The Matrix. 51st century. Date undetermined. A small group of highly deluded humans escape the planet, looking for another planet to populate. They fly around in circles for hundreds of years. The machines send some of their more expendable warriors to recover them. The humans call them Cylons, and they claim that they were built by giant lizards. We don't know exactly why they believe this, but the popular theory is that their delusion is caused by an advanced form of space dementia, caused by breathing the same recycled oxygen for an extended amount of time. To further support this theory, these humans still believe that it is the 1980s, and that the promised land is Earth, a planet that is now entirely populated by the machines. Annoying, fast-talking, unfunny machines. And that concludes Erod's Theories. Brought to you by Skittles. So our movie truly begins with a robot finding out that he is going to have a baby. This particular robot's name is Herb Copperbottom, and he is played by Stanley Tucci. That reminds me. While Stanley Tucci's a great actor, and he actually does a pretty good job voicing Herb, this movie is notorious for casting celebrities with zero voiceover experience as not just the main characters, but all the bit parts as well. So, I'm gonna warn you ahead of time, when we get to some of those bit parts that were given away to celebrities that have no business doing voiceover, I might lose my cool. You've been warned. So Herb hurries home to meet his baby. And of course, he has to run past the shittiest, cheapest gags available.
Good for you, Herb!
Don't even think about it.
Gee, I wonder who did that voice.
Fuck you!
So Herb makes it home only to reveal that they have to assemble the baby like a piece of furniture.
Making the baby's the fun part. What's that extra piece?
Oh no, they always put in an extra... We did want a boy, right? This won't hurt a bit, son.
This isn't funny!
So we spend the rest of the film with Herb's son, Rodney, played by Ewan McGregor with the most awkward American accent ever.
I'm never gonna be someone here. I want to be an inventor. I want to meet Big Weld. I want to be somebody.
Ewan, I'll make you a deal. If you stop trying to do an American accent, I'll stop trying to do an irritating Scottish accent. How about that? So as Rodney gets older, it is revealed that with each passing year, robots get upgrades.
These are your 12-year-old parts.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, some of those upgrades are just not worth it.
You, sir, have defaced a national treasure. I demand you restore my buttocks to their former glory.
Rodney wants to one day be an inventor, like his hero, Big Weld, who's played by one of my own personal heroes, Mel Brooks. Alright, movie, you get 1 point. Rodney knows that the key to a good invention is meeting common necessity. He notices that his dad has trouble at his job being a dishwasher, so he invents a smaller, more advanced automated dishwasher. Did you just invent something that would put your father out of a job? Nonetheless, Rodney travels to the big city to pitch his invention to Big Weld. Hey look, it's that scene from Bug's Life.
Buddy, wanna buy a watch?
Don't buy us. We're fakes.
Gee, I wonder who does that voice.
Fuck you!
So Rodney arrives at Big Weld to pitch his invention when he runs into a belligerent doorman.
I'd like to see Mr. Big Weld. I'm an inventor.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
That voice, that uniform. Is this supposed to be some kind of rude parody of Mickey Mouse? Ah, damn it, every time! Yes. How dare those talentless motherfuckers make fun of me? Mickey? That's right, I'm motherfucking Mickey Mouse, goddammit! I'm the biggest animated star of all time! I'll teach them to respect me! I'll tear their sacks through their assholes! All those motherfuckers are going to pay! They are the ones who are the lickers! That is one feisty little guy.
Thanks.
What? I gotcha! You see, because you were all excited. And then boom! All right, I had my laugh. Go on in.
Why? This isn't funny!
So as it turns out, Big Weld no longer runs the company. A younger, more business-savvy robot played by Greg Kinnear runs things, and his name is Ratchet. You fucking wish. No, this is your stereotypical wet blanket businessman character, who is only prevented from being even more generic and uninteresting by comparison of his employee played by the master thespian and Oscar winner herself, Halle Berry. Now listen closely, as she miraculously makes all of her lines sound like she is reading them from the script that's right in front of her in the recording booth.
You haven't said a word.
It gave me chills.
Yes, it was totally worth it to deprive experienced voiceover actors like Tress MacNeille, Tara Strong, Grey DeLisle, and Cree Summer from this role. First the Flintstones movie, then Catwoman, and now this. Excuse me, while I get my Halle Berry fucked another movie pillow. Think I'll be okay, as long as I refrain from watching movie 43.
On this one, won't that be fun?
Oodles.
So because the new management at Big Wells wants to focus on new upgrades as opposed to new inventions, Rodney gets thrown out. And then, it happens. Fanboys and fangirls, I have found the character that is far more annoying than Jar Jar Binks, Mater, and Jonathan combined. This is the fast-talking douchebag to trump all other fast-talking douchebags. Fender.
A beautiful picture of your first moment in Robot City.
Just stick with me, kid. I know this town like the back of my hand.
Now say, money should be falling from the sky. You will explain to your superiors why we were not able to attend your little luau, your barn dance, whatever it is.
Shut up, Skyler. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And yes, he is played by the king of the fast-talking douchebags, Robin Williams. The sweet irony of it all is that it was his portrayal of the genie in Aladdin that started the trend of casting celebrities in animated movies as a cheap attempt of promoting the film. A trend which is this movie's downfall.
It's all right, there's no film in the camera. Would you like to buy maps of the stars' homes?
Shut up!
Directionless and homeless, Fender the douchebot takes Rodney back to his place, where he lives with other personality-striking obsolete characters. The robot halfway house is ran by his Aunt Fanny. Aunt Fanny. Just guess what's the running gag with this character?
Aunt Fanny.
Couldn't call her Aunt Booty.
You know, in Britain, Fanny actually means vagina, which I imagine that under that context, this scene is actually funnier there. Me, personally, I don't feel like I need to delve deeper into the subject. 'Cause I don't want to rub it the wrong way. That was for you, Britain.
Fender.
Yeah, baby! Let it rip!
I hate this movie.
Hey guys, come on, what are you, 3 years old? This is how a man does it.
God, I hate this movie.
Hey, kids, get a load of this.
So the outdated robots discover that Rodney has the ability to fix them, and they no longer have to buy Ratchet's upgrades.
The Force is strong with this one.
Look, if you're not going to take this seriously, I'm out.
Mail call! Mail call!
Gee, I wonder who plays this voice. Fuck you! Eventually, the bad guys find out that no one is buying their upgrades because Rodney is fixing all the robots. They try to arrest Rodney at the annual ball, but Halle Berry Bot helps him escape. They go to Bigwell's house to see if they can find a clue as to what happened to Bigweld.
Look at this. Remember? He used to have these on his show.
Rodney, I don't know how to tell you this, but...
Why are they so dusty?
Wait, don't!
Is that Bigweld? You mean to tell me Ratchet didn't do anything to him? He didn't incapacitate him or try to kill him or anything? Bigweld just stayed home, playing dominoes for the past 20 years, while Ratchet took over his company and ruined their society.
Come on, let's set him up again, only bigger.
Sir, is this what you've been working on? This is why no one sees you?
Stupid! You're so stupid!
After being let down by his idol, I know how he feels. Rodney decides to quit and go back home. But then... oh God.
Them! Us! To Madame Gasket's chop-chop! And guess who's really behind it all? Ratchet. You don't want to guess? Come on! I ran all this way in cha-cha heels.
For the love of God, somebody kick his ass!
Basically, annoying fast-talking douchebot reveals that Ratchet and his very disturbing mother, played by Jim Broadbent, oh, you heard me right, have built a mobile chop shop to find and destroy all the outdated robots, so they can concentrate on selling upgrades to all the newer robots. Well, I would say that murdering potential customers is actually counterproductive, and it would probably be easier to outlaw robot repair without a license, so all the damaged robots would have to come to them for repairs. But hey, nothing about this movie has made any sense so far, so who gives a shit? Rodney is having second thoughts about stopping Ratchet, when suddenly the rest of his friends show up and convince him otherwise.
You know, the others wanted to come and see you off, too.
Well, why didn't they?
Oh, they did!
Oh, I guess that's why they call it a fanny pack. That was for you, Britton.
Come on, let's fight back!
Fighting never solved anything.
Quitting isn't so productive either.
Wait a minute! You just gave up in the last scene! What made you change your mind?
If you're gonna fight, I'm going in with you.
You are?
Hey, who's the dame with the sweet keister?
But why?
I don't know. I'm a big guy and I like women with large...
No.
I wonder if Mel Brooks got back at his agent for booking him in this horrible movie.
I take your little thing, see? I put it into this little hole here, and nip the tip.
Yeah, that seems like an appropriate punishment. Of course, they go to face off against the bad guys, and the whole thing deteriorates into a series of stupid gags that are both unfunny and stop you from taking the climax of the film seriously.
Buddies, back up into a look at the hang time!
That's we're gonna leave it then.
Hey look, it's that scene from Shrek! Let's just get through this as quickly as possible. So they kill the bad guy's mom. Yup, they're killers now. And Big Weld hires Rodney to be his partner and future heir. Rodney and Halle Berry Bot become a couple, in spite of sharing less than 3 minutes of screen time together. And just to put the cherry atop of this banana cream pie of shittiness, Rodney asks his dad to play a song for them. Yeah, they're going to sing now. What kind of music are you going to play?
It's a fusion of jazz and funk. It's called junk.
That's all I needed to hear. This movie's a horrible, horrible, horrible piece of fucking shit! Is it worse than The Cat in the Hat? No. But they're definitely tied as the 2 worst movies that I have ever reviewed. Does it have any redeeming qualities? Only one. The animation is quite beautiful, so I can honestly say that as far as being a studio that produces good animation, Blue Sky Studios' reputation is intact. As far as being a studio that produces good movies, that is dubious. The story is cheesy and full of plot holes. The characters are either bland and generic or overbearing and annoying. And the jokes, if you can call them that, are just cheap and sophomoric. And they don't stop. This movie is a relentless parade of shitty jokes, from the opening titles to the closing credits. It's one shitty, ill-conceived elementary school joke after the other. I have never seen anything that embodied the term quantity over quality more than this movie.
One out mode you're not gonna get. Na 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 na.
This isn't funny!
It's just... Ugh. Things explode and bones go crunch when I unleash my Falcon Punch. If your lungs collapse, I've got a hunch that you got hit by a Falcon Punch. Falcon, Falcon Punch, Falcon Punch. Falcon, Falcon Punch, this is the Falcon Punch. Well, that was a severely underwhelming result. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Man, you okay?
Join the Legion, suckers!
It's lonely at the top.